Okay, in this video, I'll be showing you how to sketch the graphs of polynomials when it is in the factored form. Here is an example of a polynomial that is in the factored form. There are four things that we need to consider if we are going to make a sketch of this polynomial. The first thing is to find the zeros, which is also the x-intercepts. Okay, so we're going to find the zeros. For each factor, there is a number we need to plug in for x that will make it 0. So for the first one, where we know that if to set x minus 1 equals 0, so x has to be 1 if you add 1 to both sides. So the first 0 is x equals 1, and the second one, x plus 1 equals 0. So subtract 1 from both sides, x has to be -1. So this one is x equals -1. And this one similarly will be x equals -2. Those are the zeros or the x-intercepts. The next thing is to determine the degree. Okay, this is a linear factor, another linear factor, another linear factor. So if we multiply just the first terms together, x times x is s squared, times x again is s cubed. So the degree will be 3. The degree will be 3. And now we can see that there's no negative numbers in the front of any of the factors. So the leading coefficient is positive. So it's positive. And finally, we can see that because this is an odd degree polynomial, then we can say that as x goes towards infinity on the right side of the graph, f of x must be going toward infinity as well. And as x goes toward negative infinity, the left side of the graph, f of x must be going toward negative infinity. I know that because we have this example, this representative odd degree function, which is the cubic function. So when we make our sketch, we know that we're going to start from down, cross over the x-axis, and finish up generally. So the next thing is to make my x and y axis now, which I'm going to make my x and y axis like this, and then just mark out the zeros. So we have -2, -1, and 1. Okay, so like we said before, we know that this is going to start from down. We're going to start from below the x-axis, and it's going to finish above the x-axis, going to infinity. So it's going to start from negative infinity, and it's all linear factors. So it's going to start from there, and then it's going to turn and pass through -1, and then continue on and finish up going towards infinity. So for right now, this is a sketch. This is not like a perfect graph. This is just a sketch of the function. So we're expecting it to we cannot expect to have a perfect picture yet. So we don't know the relative maximum or relative minimum yet. But we know that generally it's going to start from negative infinity, cross the x-axis, go down again, cross the x-axis, and then go back up and finish up at positive infinity, because that is what we expect the end behavior to look like. So that's the sketch. There you have it. I hope this sort of like help you a little bit. Thanks for watching.